Draco, and we're going to jump into stage 5 of Build Optimus Prime. So for this one, we're going to be continuing the head, so we're going to bring in parts TR-4, 6, and 9. Now these are specifically set for one side or the other of Optimus's head. So what I'm doing is just fitting them together just to make sure I got all the parts for the correct side. So these parts are fitting together properly. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put glue on the pegs of TR-109. And this is the last video before I fully run out of glue, because you can see at this point I'm just squeezing every drop I can out of the bottle. So always keep glue on hand. So then we just glue that right into place like so. So then that'll fit over like so, and then we're going to bring in the head. So this is going to slot in over that post on the side of his head. It can only fit one way. We drop it on, and now we're going to secure the whole side of the head and the ear with one PWB screw. And the instructions specify the black PWB screw. So as you can see, no more mistakes like last time. Not that I made any. Alright, and so with that done, we're going to rinse and repeat on the other side. So I think we'll just fast forward that because it's exactly the same. Okay, so next we're going to bring in Optimus Prime's forehead, part TR-1-08. It has two posts that are going to go into those two sockets you can see in Prime's forehead. So we're going to put glue on them and set them in place. And my excellent camera work aside, it'll slot in just like that, making sure it's all the way in, and then we'll move on. So we've got two parts on a sprue that are both TR-1-41. So real quick, we're going to cut those from the sprue. So the way I cut is I try to get as close as I can to minimize edging, and then if need be, I'll clean them up with a sanding stick afterwards. And there we go. Alright, so these parts are going to fit into Optimus's ear sockets. There's a big peg and a small peg. Now the instructions don't do a good job. They do fit a specific way. I actually installed this backwards. It was a lot of work. I did correct this after the fact. So then we're going to take this sprue and cut both parts TR-13 off of it. Now these are, even though they're the same, they're not, even though they look the same, they're not. They're mirrored, which is why mine, as we'll see, aren't fitting quite properly, because the inside of them is a push to fit. And it's shaped. You can see there's a, a keyhole shape in there, so it can only fit on there one way. So the instructions say to put some glue on the yellow part of that. And then we bring that in and it's just going to attach right on top of it. Now I'm just checking to make sure if the angles are right. This is where I'm starting to think I don't have it right. But I'm going to go ahead and commit. And comparing that to the image from the instructions, so even though it's keyed to fit one way, as you notice, I can move and turn it. I don't know if that's just failure on my end, and we're going to cut me trying to remove it.
You didn't see anything.
Okay, so we're back, and so now we're going to do the opposite side. Yellow piece goes in. We're going to put some glue on the peg, and after my last experience, I'm being a bit more generous, although I'm about out. So we're just going to make sure it's at the right angle and that it matches the other side. And I think we're good. And with that, we're actually done with the head. So thanks for watching. Check out my fantasy story on Fiction Press. And I'll see you for part 6.